common is the friendship between LeBron James and Dwayne Wade?
Look, we know that in this era of sports, more so even than in your era, C, like in the NBA in particular, rivals are really just on-court rivals, and off the court, they can be business partners. They can be good friends. We saw Kevin Durant show up on LeBron's TV show, The Shop, just this offseason, right after they had gone head-to-head in the finals consecutive years. But D-Wade and LeBron are a different type of friends. Like, it's not just guys working out together. These are guys that vacation together. These are guys who have shared some... when D-Wade was going through a really tough custody situation when he was separating from the mother of his children, he says he leaned on LeBron about, what do I do in this situation as far as with my boys? Like, these guys have a deep bond, which is what they've needed, because look, D-Wade's done a lot for LeBron that at least financially LeBron hadn't always paid back. Like, it was D-Wade that said, LeBron, come to Miami. And D-Wade took the least money out of LeBron, Bosh, and Wade. It was D-Wade that, when they were on vacation with their families after the meltdown against Dallas, said, we need you to be the guy here. And he took a back seat. And then it was D-Wade when LeBron wanted to go to Cleveland. D-Wade wasn't the first person to find out. And by the time D-Wade found out, that decision had already cost Dwayne Wade $10 million because he opted out of a contract to make it easier for them to bring back LeBron. But the relationship has not only sustained that, but thrived throughout that. It's why last night's moment with the ball ending, the game ending with the ball in D-Wade's hand, LeBron guarding him, and then those two guys embracing at the end was such a cool moment, because this will be the last time these two play each other.
Right, and also people might debate Dwayne Wade might be the best player over a longer period because Kyrie's career hadn't played out. Individual ability, you might say offensively Kyrie, sure. But D-Wade holds the spot of LeBron respects him the most. And when you have that type of respect, it opens you up. I tell people all the time, you can tell the people that I like. Those are the people that I spend my time with privately. Not, I mean, I'm paid to spend time with y'all, but...
Did you and I both?
But if I decide to spend time with you off the clock, right, you know that those relationships are significantly different. And also, I believe that not only surrendering his franchise, which I know, which he did with the Miami Heat, but the ability to be able to push LeBron day to day, that's important to a player. Now, a coach can only do so much, but having someone else there who has a skill level that you have a respect for and can push you night in and night out, with sometimes you don't feel like being the best player, but he pushes you because based on your relationship and your commitment to the relationship. I do believe they do have a special relationship. I believe that one day LeBron's going to own an NBA team, and Dwayne Wade would be one of those people that I believe potentially will be part of an ownership group. I believe it's special. It's great to see. When he went to Miami, LeBron said that's when he went off to college. And a lot of times when you're in college, man, you develop special relationships that last a lifetime.
And LeBron talked about after the game in an article I read this morning that he said, without D-Wade, listen, I would have had a lot of individual success. He said, my career individually would have been fine. But he really believes, and he's right, he needed Dwayne Wade, Pat Riley, and that Miami infrastructure to help teach him how to become a champion. Now, he took that with him and then taught the Cavs how to become champions. Right. But D-Wade already had that. D-Wade already had a finals MVP. LeBron, when he got to Miami, had 2 regular season MVPs, but D-Wade had a finals MVP. And D-Wade was the one that first year was more ready for the scrutiny than LeBron was. And so I also don't want people to forget, because it didn't last as long as we thought it would, what the peak of that Miami Heat Big Three was. They won 27 games in a row. They approached what was thought for many years to be an unbreakable NBA record, the Lakers record of 30-plus wins. That 27 straight wins, some of the Warriors haven't done. Like, that is almost impossible to do. Like, those 2 title years, those 2 teams were all-time special teams, and then D-Wade's body betrayed him going into year 4.
But I really like the relationship, because it's not something we hear about a lot in other sports. We don't hear Tom Brady goes vacationing with Drew Brees, or we didn't hear that much Michael Jordan and his best friend in the league. Like, a lot of times when it comes to superstars, they keep themselves so private. You don't hear about a relationship like this, and it's really nice to see, especially one that could have gone sideways a number of different times.
It is very nice to see, and it's very, very rare. And I think that's what you saw last night with LeBron, because he's not a very emotional type right person. You've seen him speak and a lot of different levels and not get emotional. He got choked up. That was one of the few times I've ever seen him choked up speaking about D-Wade.
Why do you think it's so rare, see, as being a guy who's been in that position, for guys to develop cross teams this type of bond?
I just think it's just hard for someone to understand like what you're going through. And I just think people don't open themselves up for deep connections like that. They just keep everything on the surface, superficial. But every once in a while, you allow someone into your life, and that's what I believe both of these guys did. D-Wade, on a certain level, they realized, man, we're not going to be able to do this unless we come together. And after that Dallas experience, which took LeBron deep, he changed coming out of it. Dwayne Wade changed and deferred to LeBron as the leader, which led him to give him the experience of being a champion that he got there.
The only thing I could compare to historically, but those guys were actual real rivals, Magic and Isaiah, right? Magic and Isaiah would kiss on the cheek before finals games.
That came from childhood playing basketball against each other, and one being from Michigan, one being from Illinois, Chicago. They knew each other growing up.
And that's where a lot of these NBA relationships come from, is guys were on AAU teams together as kids.
Right.
Dwayne Wade, LeBron says in the article, he first became aware of Dwayne Wade when Dwayne Wade was at Marquette and LeBron was at St. Vincent St. Mary. So they didn't have any experience until that pre-draft camp together, but since then they've been somewhat inseparable.
It's like us, Nick.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like us.
Jenna.
We're friends off the air. We're friends
She's right. We are paid to hang out together, but I'm not paid enough for you to touch me.
He loves me. Coming up, can the comment